the riders especially, and I think the team is growing really fast, and in the few years already this year we are on the best team in the world. So yeah, this is really good for the team.
Thank you very much.
Cheers for that, Niall. John Turner from the National, you want to come in?
Hi, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Hi, yeah. First Slovenian Tour de France champion, youngest champion in 116 years. How do you process making this sort of history? And have you been able to, has the achievement kind of sunk in yet?
This hasn't sunk in yet, really. I think it will be a long time until I realize that I won the biggest race in the world, because it's something that I've been dreaming since I was a kid, to be on the start list of the Tour de France. And now that first year, I already had the opportunity to race with the best, and then to win. It's unbelievable for me, and yeah, I think I will need some time to realize what happened.
Cheers, John. Aleric Gomez from Golf News, do you want to come in?
Yeah, hi Tadej. Well done, congratulations.
Thank you.
Tadej, the future for you, it's at your feet, so to say. What goes on in your mind? What do you want to achieve from now on? Because from now on, it can be only, bigger goals. What sort of a blueprint do you sort of envisage for yourself and for the team?
Yeah, now that I want Tour de France, for sure I need to find another goals. For sure I will try to defend Tour de France title. But yeah, also in cycling, there's also a World Championship. It's actually this week, so this is my next goal in the incoming days. But for the future, yeah, just to be at my best and try to win again, to win some monument maybe, or Giro and Vuelta, and yeah, and then out of cycling, I also want to achieve other things than just to be just cycling.
Thank you.
Thanks, Aleric. Ali, are you there? Would you like to ask a question?
Yes. Yes, I'm with you. First, I want to congratulate you, Pogacar, about what you did. Can I know what was the hardest stage in Tour de France, and which kind of, let's say, achievement, what your team and your colleagues gave you during the whole these days?
Yeah, I must say the hardest stage was the Queen stage on Col della Lose. That was the hardest one. It was really tough all day, and yeah, already there my team did a really good job for staying with me to the final climb, and giving me the bottles and gels and yeah, Coca-Cola and stuff like this. But they were doing this all the tour, and saving me from the wind. And I'm really proud of my team, even without Fabio Aru and Davide Formolo, because he broke collarbone. We were still strong in 6 guys, but also the staff and management did such an amazing job that we didn't have to worry about anything outside the race. We just sit on the bike and race, and yeah, it was really pleasure to work in this great team.
Can I ask one more question?
Sure, guys. Yes, you can do one follow-up question. That's no problem.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Well, maybe some, let's say, some audience, some people, they think that what's happened, it was surprise that the UAE team by them rider Pogacar won the Tour de France. But for me, I just want to say one thing. I don't know. I've been with you during the Benidorm in Spain, where you was preparing for the season, and I just want to know that. I just want to say sorry that a lot of interviews, what I did with the coaches, with the riders, everyone was speaking about Tour de France. Tour de France. It looked like that you put in your mind that this year we have to do something on Tour de France.
Yeah, it was the first planned Tour de France from December camp. We were preparing. The program was all exactly for Tour, but then with the COVID, the plans were a little bit changed. But I think it only gave us advantage to prepare better. And the team believed in me, but for sure it was a bit of surprise to arrive yellow in Paris. We started with the mind going into top 10, top 5. That was the first main goal, and then when I was second, we tried to defend it and to get some time back from Primož, but we saw that's quite impossible with his strong team. And then in the time trial, it was a little bit. We were all quite surprised by what I did. Yeah.
Thanks for that, Ali. Sonia Mack from Radio 1. Would you like to come in? Sonia, are you with us? No worries, we'll come back to you. Rituraj from Caliph Times, are you there?
Yeah, I am here, very much here. Thank you. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations on the victory. I just want to know, because you are the first cyclist from Slovenia to win this biggest event in your sport, and so what kind of celebrations have taken place in your country on the public and the media? If you can tell us something about it.
For the Slovenia, that's first Tour de France victory, and I must say with first and second podium, Slovenia is going crazy right now. It's a big casino in my home country, and everyone is so happy, everyone celebrates. But for me now, I stay in my apartment in Monaco, where everything is more relaxed because of the COVID restriction. It's a little bit hard to go out and celebrate with all the people. And also we have the season is not finished yet this year, because this season is a little bit strange with this virus. So we need to stay focused and to be healthy for World Championships and then Belgian Classics.
Thanks, Mohammed. Mira from First Arab Bank, are you there? Would you like to come in with a question for Tadej? Mira, I had your name on the list. No worries, we can go back to Niall for Sport 360. Niall, do you want to ask another question?
Can you hear me okay here?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Perfect. Yeah, it was just how do you stay so grounded? Like, is it just the people you have around you, your girlfriend, your family? Because it must be difficult with like the success you've had over the last year in particular with that podium in the Vuelta and obviously off the back of the success last weekend. Like, how do you stay so grounded? I just think if it was me in that position, I'd find it very difficult.
Yeah, it is quite difficult with all the media and all the stuff going on around you when you win this. But yeah, with the people I have around that support me and I trust them, that's a lot easier. So there's not too much stress. Yeah, I stay with my girlfriend in my apartment, and we kind of forget about cycling for a moment, and that's a lot easier to cope with that and with all the stress going around and the pressure from media.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Cheers for that, Niall. John, do you want to come back in?
Yeah, please. Yeah. Today, I'd just like to ask you about what's it like on the final stage of the Tour de France when you know you've pretty much won the race, but there's still a final stage to complete. How much focus is there? Do you allow your mind to kind of enjoy the moment, or is there still a sort of race to complete? What's your mindset in that final stage on the Tour de France when you know you've already pretty much won it?
Yeah, it's more of a tradition, the last stage in Tour, but still the last circuits in Champs-Élysées, it's really difficult. You need still to have good legs and a lot of focus, but the first few kilometers are more for the photos and to enjoy the moment with the team on the bike and to speak with the friends and sort of yeah, like easy riding until we arrive into Paris. And then yeah, you need to switch back on to focus for the last few kilometers and hope nothing goes wrong. And then yeah, when you are just crossing the finish line, you just realize that it's finished and you don't have to worry about crashes, punctures, nothing anymore. And yeah, you're just happy to be finished, and yeah, that's it.
Cheers for that, John. Alaric, do you want to come in again?
Yeah, hi, I don't mind. Tadej, do you think, or how much do you think this year's race was a competition between the old and the new? I mean, you had Primoz, who was 30. You, happy birthday, by the way, for your 22nd birthday.
Thank you.
But do you think styling can get any better? And how and what sort of role could you possibly play in this scheme of things?
Yeah, now I think with the new generation coming in, a lot of young riders coming into the races, really already motivated and strong. Yeah, we saw this year, but also last year Bernal won Tour. This year, and also Remco Evenepoel this year was amazing, and yeah, it's coming new generation versus the older, and I think for a few more years it's going to be fight between these two generations, I think, but then it will settle down and we will become old generation again, and then probably
Take over.
in 10 years or something there will be another younger generation to come.
Thanks a lot, Alaric. Ali, would you like to come back in? Ali from Abu Dhabi Sports, any more? No, guys, we're going to wrap it up then, unless there's more questions anyone would like to ask. for Tadej?
Yeah, I have one question if you can allow me.
Yeah, sure.
Rituraj here from Khalistan. Yeah, this is just, I want to know, because of the unprecedented times that we're living in right now, for the past 6, 7, 8 months maybe. So there was a time when we didn't know that events like this can happen at all this year. So finally it happened. So I just wanted to know, despite, I mean, during the uncertain times, so how do you athletes like you prepare for events like that? I mean, considering everything that was happening.
Yeah, this year was a really special cycling year. I mean, normal in the whole world was a really special year. It's still going on, and yeah, with everything besides cycling, with this virus, it was really difficult at some points when we didn't know when we start racing. We didn't know if we can train or we will need to stay in home trainers. But then, yeah, fortunately, we start training outside, and we start building up with the training camps with the limited staff, and everyone in single rooms, and disinfecting everything. And yeah, we just needed to be really careful through all this period, not to get the virus. And yeah, we hope for the best. And now in the tour, it was really good organization, and I must say it went really well. We were all the time tested. We were just in the team bubbles, and yeah, it was then in the end much easier for us to race because of great organization. Yeah.
Thank you.
Luke, I think you're on mute, mate.
Okay, if there's no further questions, we can wrap this up. Thanks a lot. So much for joining us. Thanks for Tadej for your time.
Yeah, thanks very
Thank
much,
you.
lads.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tadej. Best of luck.
All the best.
Thank
Best
you,
of
guys.
luck.
Thank you.
Thanks,
That was
guys.
nice. Ciao.
See you guys.
Ciao.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Bye.
Bye.